Welcome to Learn with Sam and Ash. I'm Sam, and today we're going to talk about may and might, which are also called modal auxiliary verbs. For them, we have total 4 names. The first one, modal auxiliary verbs. Second one, modal verbs, modals, or modal auxiliaries. You can call them anything you want. Now there are total 10 of them. Let me show you all of them. Can, could, may, might, will, would, shall, should, must, ought to. Among these, we have already finished can, could. Today we're gonna finish may, might. In the coming video, it should be will, would, shall, should, must, and ought to will go together. So let's get started with may. May is used for chances, for future and present. Now let me show you an example to make it clear to you. The first one is, we may go hiking today. There's no guarantee that we will, definitely will, but we may. There's a chance. Second one, you may be right about this. There's no guarantee again that you're right, but the chances are that you are right. But if you want to create higher chances, if you want to make it even more sure, you say, you may well be right about this. That means chances are even higher. So well is added to show higher chances. Next one is contrasting ideas. If you want to show contrasting ideas, which are a good thing to do when you are exaggerating things, you should use may. Let me show you an example. He may be strong, but he won't win. That means he is strong, but the chances are that he's not going to win. So may is showing that he may be strong, but no winning. Strong and win opposite. Not winning and strong are opposite qualities. Second one, you may be my superior, but that doesn't mean you're better than me. So what does it mean here? Superior equal to better than me. But because we use may, it shows that opposite ideas. But remember, when you use such sentences, please use along with may, but. But shows opposite sentence. Third one is nothing better. This is really interesting. When you have nothing better to do something else. So, there's no one here. We may as well go home. It's always with as well. So when you say, there's no one here, there's no one left in the party, we may as well go home. It is too late. We may as well have something to eat. So it is too late. There's nothing left. You should eat now. So may as well shows that there's nothing better. Eating is the best idea right now. Fourth is permission in the first person. First person is I and we. Let me show you an example. May I come in? So this is a permission, but for I, not for anything else. May we leave now? This is permission, right? They're asking. So we and I are first person. If you ask for second person, may you leave now? Doesn't make any sense. Could you leave now? Makes sense, right? In this case, please don't use may in the case of second person or third person, which is they, right? Or him or his. Better use I and we along with may. Now the fifth one is not for asking about chance. Remember, initially in the first one, we said it is used for chances. But for asking about chances, may doesn't make any sense. An example, may you go shopping today? Not a good sentence. But if you want to use for similar sentence, you use likely to. Are you likely to go shopping today? You see that it is making sense now. One more thing, if you use it indirect way or indirect sentence, you can still use may. Do you think you may go shopping? Here, again, we asked about chances, but indirect sentence. So, let's make it clear. Asking about chances, but in a direct way, may cannot be used. For that, you use likely to. But in the case of indirect way, you can ask them, do you think you may go shopping? Makes sense. You can see yourself, sentence, first one doesn't make any sense. Second one and third one are making sense. So these are the things that you should understand about may. The first one about chances, second contrasting ideas, nothing better, permission, and not for asking about chances. Yes, you can ask about chances, but in indirect way. So the next one is might. Now might is considered the past of may, but there are other things might can do. Let's start with the first one. Smaller chance. So may is like 50% chance. I may go to Pune today. It's like 50%. I have given an approximate value to show you difference between may and might. But might means almost 30%, lesser than may. He might come with us. This is lesser than may. Chances are low that he might, but he will. Now, second one is conditional meaning. Now, conditional meanings mean there's a condition, then only then the other one follows. Example, if you rest for an hour, you might feel better. So the first condition is that you rest for an hour. Second one, it might happen, right? So if you rest for an hour, you might feel better. Second one, don't play with the fire. You might burn yourself. So this is like first condition, second condition. In the second condition, you use might. Okay? Then we have indirect speech. For direct speech, you use may. I may go to Goa. But if you want to say this same thing in indirect speech, you use might. And somebody asks, excuse me, I didn't hear you. I said I might go to Goa. So this is indirect. First you use about you and then you talk about Goa. Here directly about Goa. So I may go to Goa is the direct speech. Excuse me, somebody said or didn't hear, or somebody joined and then you said again. I said I might go to Goa. So direct, indirect. All right. Next one. Possible but didn't happen. This is, I think, my most favorite. Let's say my favorite here. So something that was possible previously but didn't happen. Why did you do that? You might have killed yourself. So that was possible that you might die there, but you didn't do it. Right. Second one. If you hadn't been so annoying, I might have dated you. That means there was chance of dating, but because you did something, that's happened. Though it didn't happen, dating didn't happen because of something else. So it was possible, didn't happen. And in that case, you use might. These sentences will make the concept clear for you. Permission. I wonder if I might have a little more wine. This is like asking for permission in a formal way. Now remember, this thing sounds more natural when you use a question. Might I have a little more wine? You might have heard this sentence many times in movies or in real life. This is not incorrect, but this sounds a little bit weird. But it's not incorrect. Okay? Now, this is also an interesting one when something is true but makes no difference. Okay? There's no difference in the concept, but it is true. First one. She might be nice, but she didn't win. Same as may. This is true, but doesn't make any sense. He might be talented, but he failed. Makes no difference to the main concept, the main output. Doesn't matter what he or she is. Last one. In this case, you have to use although, or let's say these are denoting although, though, or even if. I mean, if you want, you can replace might in this case. Although he is strong, he didn't win. Although he is talented, he failed. In this case, you can replace might with although, though, and even if. Okay. Number 7, criticize. This is what we are doing, right, all the time. This first one, you might ask before you take the car or take my car. So somebody took your car without your permission, you criticize them. You might ask before you take the car. He might have told me that he was going to be late. So somebody is late, you're angry or mad at them, you're calling them, they're not picking the call. In that case, you should use might have. He might have told me that he was going to be late. Now remember, might have is used for past form. This is already past. This is present. You might ask. That means every time you have to take my car, you ask. Okay? So this is the summary of might. Smaller chance, conditional meaning, indirect speech, possible but didn't happen, permission, true but makes no sense, and to criticize. I hope the might and may are clear to you. These modal verbs, I understand, are a little bit annoying and a little bit confusing. I'm trying my best to make it clear to you. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed, please do that now because more is coming. Have a nice time. Goodbye.